Good morning, students. Welcome back to our discussion on the paper Network Security. In today's class, I'm going to explain about another algorithm in network security called elliptical curve crypto system. In today's class, I will introduce the concept of elliptical curve crypto system, the principle behind which the algorithm was designed, where we can use electrical curve crypto system, what are its merits and demerits. At the end of today's session, you will be in a position to understand what you mean by elliptical curve crypto system, what is the principle on which this algorithm is designed, and what are the advantages and disadvantages of elliptical curve crypto system. So elliptical curve cryptography, short form we call it as ECC, is a type of public key cryptography system similar to El-Gamal crypto system. What do you mean by public key cryptography? A public key cryptography is also known as asymmetric key cryptography, where we are using two different keys for encryption and decryption. The private key of the receiver is used for encryption process, then the public key is used for decryption process, and so and vice versa. The basic concept of symmetric key encryption and asymmetric key cryptography I've already explained in my previous sessions. So the main principle behind the design of elliptical curve cryptography ECC is based on the algebraic structure of elliptical curve over some finite fields. It uses two different keys, as I told earlier, one for encryption process and other one is for decryption process of web traffic. And the key generated or the key used by the ECC algorithm is very difficult to crack mathematically. Because of this reason only, ECC is considered to be the most secure asymmetric key cryptographic technique in network security. Due to the high security, it is considered as the next generation public key cryptography algorithm. ECC is very much similar to RSA algorithm. The basic principle behind the RSA algorithm you have already studied in your previous sessions. So RSA algorithm is also one type of asymmetric key cryptography technique. ECC is also one type of asymmetric key cryptography. But when compared to RSA algorithm, ECC is considered to be more secure. And the principle behind RSA algorithm is that it is based on prime factorization. So it utilizes the principle that multiplying prime number to get a larger number is easy, while factorizing large number back to original prime number is more difficult. So they utilize this feature for creating a ciphertext from the plain text. So this property of the prime number is utilized in the design of encryption decryption algorithm in case of RSA algorithm, whereas ECC algorithm utilizes the property of elliptical curve for designing the encryption and decryption steps. So when compared to RSA algorithm, it is more secure and it generates a pair of key, one for encryption process and one for decryption process by utilizing the mathematics behind elliptical curves. So this is the structure of an elliptical curve, and the general format of elliptical curve is y equal to x cube plus ax plus b, where a, b, c are constant, where a and b are constants. Let us discuss some few differences between an RSA algorithm and ECC. RSA uses the property of prime factorization for generation of key, while ECC uses the mathematical property of elliptical curve. RSA algorithm assumes that getting a huge number by multiplying its prime factor is more easy than dividing the number into number of prime factors. So this property is utilized in design of the algorithm. And key generated by the ECC algorithm is more difficult to crack than RSA algorithm, because RSA algorithm designed based on the simple prime factorization principle. And the size of the key generated in case of ECC is small when compared to RSA algorithm. This property, this small key size feature of ECC algorithm is utilized in designing of encryption and decryption algorithm, especially for mobile application. So Because of this feature, because of the key generated is very small in case of ECC, this algorithm is not suitable, most suitable for mobile applications. The general equation of an elliptical curve is y square equal to x cube plus ax plus b. Any point on the curve can be mirrored over the x-axis and the curve will stay the same. So any point on the curve, if you mirror it over the x-axis, the curve structure will not alter. And any non-vertical line will intersect the curve in three or less number of places. The basic difference between an RSA algorithm and the ECC algorithm is the size of the key. The size of the key generated in the case of ECC is small when compared to RSA. This feature is exploited for designing for providing security for mobile applications. The following table shows the size of the keys to provide same level of security. For example, a key size of 1024 bit is required in the case of RSA algorithm to provide a security for certain level. That to provide the security of the same level, a ECC algorithm uses a key of size only 160 bits. Similarly, to provide the security, and if the key size required is 2048 byte in the case of RSA, to get the same level of security in ECC we require only 224 bytes. So finally, you can see the last row with the key size of 521 bytes in ECC, we can achieve the same security level that we could have achieved using an RSA algorithm, which need 15,360 bits. So that huge difference in the size makes a major difference between an RSA algorithm and ECC algorithm. So smaller key size, more security. RSA, bigger key size and less security when compared to ECC algorithm. What are the advantages and disadvantages of ECC? The first one is the key generated in the case of ECC is very difficult to crack because it utilizes the property of elliptical curve, whereas RSA algorithm is designed with a simple principle of prime factorization. Small key size gives more security, and the computational resources utilized by the ECC algorithm is very lesser. So that's why it's considered to be the very powerful and also most popular algorithm. And the speed is high, but it suffers from one drawback. That means ECC algorithm is more difficult to implement when compared to RSA algorithm. RSA algorithm is a simple algorithm, so it's easy to write the code and easy to write the program and implementation. When it comes to implementation detail, ECC is more difficult than RSA algorithm. Other than that one, ECC is considered to be the next generation security crypto system algorithm. Okay, students, in today's class, we learned what do you mean by ECC, elliptical curve cryptography. It's a type of asymmetric key cryptography or public key cryptography. It uses two different keys for encryption and decryption. What is the principle behind this one? It is based on the property of elliptic curve. And in what way it is different from RSA? RSA is based on the principle of prime factorization, and this is based on the property of elliptical curve. And the key generated in the case of ECC is short when compared to RSA. Hence, that too, since it is utilizing exploiting the feature of elliptical curve, it's difficult to crack the ciphertext in case of ECC when compared to RSA. We learned the advantages and disadvantages of ECC over RSA, and what is the difference, especially with respect to the bit length, key bit length. RSA is the size of the key generated in the case of ECC is very, very much less when compared to the key size of the same key size in case of RSA algorithm to achieve some level of security. And it is more suitable for and some applications where ECC algorithm is useful. Nowadays, ECC algorithm is the most popular and also widely adopted algorithm for mobile application to provide high levels of security. Some simple multiple choice questions on today's topic are: ECC algorithm is designed exploiting the property of circle, simultaneous equation, ellipse. None of these. The correct answer is C. RSA algorithm is based on properties of elliptic curve, discrete algorithm, prime factorization, using the same key for encryption and decryption. The answer is prime factorization, because the first property is used in ECC, last property is used in the case of symmetric algorithm, and Elgam algorithm utilizing the features of discrete algorithm that I have discussed in my last class. Main advantage of ECC is more secure, small key size, suitable for mobile application, all of these. The correct answer is all of these. ECC is more secure when compared to RSA. True or false? The correct answer is true. Which of the following is not a public key cryptography? RSA, DH, EC, the first three are considered as public key cryptography algorithm, whereas AES is considered to be the symmetric key algorithm or non-public key cryptography algorithm. The correct answer is D. Okay, student, with this, I will wind up today's class, and I want you to go through the previous videos to understand the topic that I have covered in today's class, because we require the idea of RSA algorithm and other algorithm like symmetric key cryptography, the difference between symmetric and asymmetric, all these things you need in order to understand clearly the ECC algorithm. So I advise you to revise what you have studied in your previous session by going through the previous videos. Thank you.